open the door, frameless windows, cool, that's nice. Shut the door, and you see you also get the idea why this is a mass brand and it's not a premium brand.
Oh.
The door shut is like a little bit budget. I don't want to say it's light or this. It just doesn't feel good.
So it doesn't close like an expensive door?
No.
Okay.
It doesn't. Now this, again, we know that this car has been highly rated and crash tests and all, has no relevance to that.
Yeah.
And by itself, a door not sounding good when shutting is not a big deal. It's not something to really be concerned about.
Yeah, there is a very, very nice story that Kartikeya did on this a couple of years ago. If you look for the thumbnail, it will say how to judge a car or something like that, where he's explored ideas about what crash testing and structural safety is versus what it might feel like, and they don't have a one-to-one connection. Since if you want to do more on crash test, on Disconnect, which is free to watch on the app, you should be also able to find an episode that breaks down what a crash test actually does, what it actually means, and how you're supposed to interpret it. And the problem is that in the middle of the marketing, people at manufacturers who skew the thing to favor themselves, and it's not the accurate picture that you're taking away from it.
So the budget side of the Tesla experience, you can feel with that straight away, and it would be of no consequence at all if that was the only thing.
Okay, so just for my reference, the Ioniq 5 is roughly in the same premium price ballpark. If you close that door and versus the Tesla's door, the experience is in the same ballpark, or?
No, of course, the Ioniq 5 will feel more solid in that sense.
Okay.
Just the feel of it. I'm not saying that structurally.
No. We're not talking about the
solid.
crash test strength. I'm just saying in terms of the premium feel of a door closing,
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, because you also have to keep in mind there are those small things, like this is frameless, like the window portion of it.
Sure.
So which means the windows have more latitude to move.
Yeah.
So all those things. So you'll have a little bit more rattle because of that.
Yes, but I have driven the 5 Series GT that also has frameless doors.
Correct.
And I don't remember that door feeling anything other than solid German.
Correct. So this, valid point, this is an additional. The reason I'm bringing this up is because Tesla does these things, something they'll do as a little bit of a style thing, which is an additional complication. But by virtue of not that much experience as a car maker, they don't maybe get those details right down right. Like you said, like a BMW or an Audi or whatever would just get it off the bat, right?
Yeah. Again, this is not a big deal, but we do have to set in the first time that we're driving a Tesla on MotorInc, first a lot of context.
Yeah.
So if you're going to perceive this as a luxury car, then we also must explore, does it do the things that luxury cars routinely do or not, and how well it does those things, which is why there is so much granularity in it. How the door shuts is, should it fundamentally affect your purchase decision? No, not so important, but if it does take away from your sense of I bought a premium car, then it might have a...
Yeah, which is why we started with the wider context, saying that we will perceive the Tesla, many of us will perceive the Tesla as a premium brand, but is it really a premium brand? So when you set the context and say that, no, this is actually a mass brand, and for that to have this kind of an experience, it's absolutely okay, right? It's not an issue at all.
Got it.
Right? So, and the reason I brought it up is because there are in many places that you will feel these slight things like the plastics in the cabin, right? All around the car. You know that they are a budget variety in the sense that this is not premium, soft touch, rubberized finish and this and that. It's not that.
Okay.
But all the plastics are consistent. It doesn't end up feeling like it's poorly put together. Now, I know that that is a complaint that people have had, that there have been rattles and this and that globally but right now driving the car, seeing how everything is put together, it felt consistent. And that to us is important.
Got it.
Right? Whatever it is, it felt like it is all following the same idea, the same theme. And that
so the quality isn't patchy, the finish levels are consistent, whatever gaps are there, they remain there throughout that application.
Correct.
Nice.
So like for example, if you look at the panel on the inside of the boot, which is like a sound deadening panel, you look at it's typically like this softish material. When you look at that, does it look well finished? It feels a little woolly, like, it feels like you'll pluck it and the hair will come out, like that kind of stuff. And does that feel like a premium experience, or does it feel like a well finished experience? No, it doesn't. But does that feel like an issue straight away? No,
also
it doesn't. No. Yeah, you'll see the similar kind of material in the door pockets and stuff like that. I was talking about the rear door pocket. I had to pull that tab off, and again, it has a slightly more loose feel at the top for that material. But okay, it's not something that will stop you from buying one of these cars. I would not think of it that way for sure.
That is a clip from MotorInc. And what that means is if you'd like to see more of these, you can do two things. One is stay on this channel, subscribe and watch more, or you can come to the main MotorInc channel where you'll find a much longer video that discusses this idea in a lot more detail.